Alrighty, folks, welcome back to race number 4 of the iRacing JKR AI Formula V Road to the Top Road Racing, whatever you want to call it, championship. That's what I'm going with. So today is race number quattro, number 4 in the Formula V at Jefferson Reverse. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, click the bell notification when you subscribe to make sure you don't miss any episodes of this or anything else I may post. It's been an interesting one. So if you haven't seen the races earlier at Oran Park, Olton Park, and first one here, make sure you drop back, watch those either before this or in conjunction with this. Just doing one thing here, make sure I got this right. Save that. Okay, so now we can go back into this. I'm not going to run any practice. Yesterday I ran the other direction, the race, the previous race to this one. What is going on with my foot? I think I cut my foot. That hurts. So we're just going to jump into qualifying. I figure if we're terrible, to make it a little more realistic, so we don't need to practice. Essentially the same track. We'll see how we get on here in this qualifying event. Probably going to be equally difficult on cold tires, but we'll see how we kind of end up here and doing this 4th race out of 7 this season. Still 3rd in the point standings. This is what I was talking about the previous episode here. This corner, it's really wide and it really tightens up here, and it's a little bit blind in the car this low. There aren't really many markers of where to go, where to turn in, I should say. So definitely difficult in the car this low to the ground to kind of point and end up where you want to end up. So it's gonna be something to watch out for. No mistakes obviously would be the key. Just gonna brake at the end of pit road there, see how that does. Let the thing unwind a little bit, gain some speed. Head on down here to this really tricky corner. This can be, depending on the car, depending on the weather, one of my favorite corners on the sim or one of my least favorite. Again, as usual, I apologize if the microphone quality is down for this video. I'm trying different things to fix it. Nothing seems to be surefire fix, so maybe hit and miss how it's going. I hope it's not too bad today. Oh, missed everything there. That's all right. Maybe it was someone to race with if we botch Q, even though we won the pole in every single race so far this season. So we are slightly slower on this version. We ran 56 something, 56.6 maybe, as our best lap on the other way, and we are slower. We're still good up with the top guys. It's very, very close at the top here, but we did not win the pole, so we're gonna have some racing to do, which is good and bad. So we'll see how that ends up. Looks like Dale Jr. may have had an incident on his lap. Where is he? Still doesn't record a time yet. That's interesting. Maybe had an off or is really struggling, but it looks like we're going to start 4th here today, so need to do some race carring. Just a slight mistake was all that was. They were a half off of the pole, 300ths of a second off of being on the front row, so those things happen. Let's just skip ahead here. I need to wait for whatever Dale Jr. and Lisa are doing. I have no idea. All right, it's race time then. So we got same as usual, 15-minute event. And about 16 laps, similar lap times here. Make sure everything is set here for me. All right, so about 16 laps, let's say, and we're going to have some work to do as far as passing. We are going to be on the outside for this first pretty sharp corner here, increasing radius as we go on exit. So see how we can end up, and hopefully we can not lose any or at least too many points to those first 2 guys in front of us. Tony obviously leading the points, and then Just 2 ahead of us is Jay. So if we can beat Tony, and it goes Jay, me, and Tony, we'll all be separated by 1 point. No, I'll be 3 behind. 2 behind. They'll be tied, and I'll be 3 behind them. Was how it would work out. So that would make it even tighter than it is right now. So see how we end up here. Short little club events. I don't even remember what the track after this is. I didn't look past this when I was looking earlier, but I will look after this race in this episode so we know what the last 3 events are. I literally don't remember it all. So my guess would be Lime Rock is one of them. That's kind of a clubby racetrack in my mind, so that would be somewhere I put on there. But I like the look and the detail of this car. I'm not a huge fan of the car or anything that comes along with it. So I love that people enjoy it, and that's a thing that's been a positive attribution to iRacing, but it's not my kind of thing. So it is what it is. I have no idea here when the green comes out because of where the pace car is. We'll see, and we'll just go with the flow. Apparently this guy's going to hang way back. Tony gets a big jump there. He was really rolling. Trying to hold it out around the outside. We're actually going to get to the left of Jay right there. We made a really nice corner. Surprised me a little bit. I didn't expect to roll that well. Jay is in the toe. Tony's definitely going to defend drivers right here into this corner. We have to go around the outside again. Can we get to the outside of Tony? No. We're going to cut back though. Not a lot of room to go there, so we're just going to back out of that. And have to fight another day. I guess we're pretty good through turn 1 apparently. We just got to hit the marks, and the cloud cover coming and taking away some of our line of sight is not going to help that. Yeah, that last corner is just tricky. Feels like it should be falling away and you could let apex it. I guess it's kind of off camber. It's not really a thing, but nonetheless. Yeah, it looks like they run out a little wider. They enter shallow. Again, we're able to get a pretty nice run off of the corner. Nice toe there, just a little bit of a toe. The inside now this time we'll try to make work. Slide through there just a little bit. A little bit better of an exit there. He's going to let us go at this time, so try to be nice and smooth up into here. Make sure we don't let him get back to us. If he wants to go around to the left, that's fine. We'll just hug the curb. And hopefully we can get this last corner right. I guess it's really unfortunate how the race start goes here. Looks like our left lane really rolled with some momentum from laying back from where the pace car was. It totally went right by the right lane, and that was on the pole. They're supposed to be on the pole, so unfortunate, I guess, how that plays out. Pretty good lap there. That would have put us on the pole that lap, even making a pass, so. All right, eyes up. We got about 14 more laps to go, 13 and a half now. So we are doing well. Just starting to get some tire heat again here, nice and smooth. Back in place. He's kind of dropped a little bit out of championship contention after his issues in the previous race. Just trying not to make any mistakes, be nice and smooth, because this is definitely a track that will eat up mistakes with how much grass and runoff there is. You'll just end up in the middle of a forest in the middle of nowhere. All right. Still doing okay. They're still definitely in touching range here, however you want to say it. They're in range distance. 56.6 going this way, so maybe it's not that much faster either way around the track. And we just had to find some nice pace. Obviously, everybody did there because they didn't fall that much behind me, even though I ran a pretty good lap. There we go, nice slide through there. Starting to open up a little bit of a gap. What little toe these cars have is going to start to be mitigated outside of 1 second, so. Roll through there nice and smooth. That's a fun corner going this direction. I enjoy it. You can kind of roll in there really smoothly and plant the car on the curb there. That's really fun. This corner is brutal this way. I hate it. Completely opposite. Feels wrong and stupid. Negative camber and everything. No, it's just brutal. All right, 4 laps down, probably 12 laps to go as was the last race. We're doing okay. I feel good that we made some passes here, moved up through the field a little bit. Those of you that have been asking what the difficulty is for this, I set it to 0% to 75 is what the range is supposed to be. There are some iRacing does weird things where it's actually better than that, so fast guys are probably a little higher than that. I wanted to make this as we go here, it gets more difficult, obviously the club level. If you're going to move up from a series like this, you're going to have to kind of be a standout, obviously, so we don't have any, pro racing drivers quality level in this series. They're just going to whoop everything, so I did expect that we would run very, very well in this initial series here, and obviously I've set it to get progressively more difficult as we go and move up pending, the offers we get to move up in the series, so this is going to be an awkward rejoin right here. Yeah. Not great. A little bit of a slow lap for me there. Tony comes and Jay actually got stuck behind Mr. Sam Roush there. Nice guy, Mr. Sam Roush. Good employee. Did kind of split up Jay and Tony a little bit there. Good corner there. Clipped the apex nicely. I just love this corner. I love how you can turn in here, kind of float out of it. Try to set your marker and then turn in and just kind of feel that curb all the way around. Roll out wide, slight lift to get the nose point in there. Clip this curb, but then you're into this curb and it feels like you just want to overshoot every time and push out wide, which is dumb. All right, 6 down, 10 laps to go. Does feel like it's a little bit harder to make good lap time going around this way because of how long the straightaways are after some of these tricky corners. I feel like this right-hander this way, but it was left-hander the other way. Here it's a little easier to get through aggressively once you get tire heat, so you can carry that speed all the way down to that last corner, which is now the first corner, obviously. And now, obviously, the last corner on this version, which was the first corner, is a little bit more difficult this way, so it's harder to get it right every time and put that lap together, I feel like. So, just the differences. So yeah, I can't stick around too much. Tony Gardner is determined to win one of the dual races here and Summit Point in West Virginia, I believe this is. It's like Jeff is having more issues. Jeff has had a lot of issues here at this track. Big crash in practice, big crash in the race, another big crash at the very end of the race in the last corner, so. Struggle City for his team. Again, Tony taking that late entry there, really shallow and losing time on exit. We really made up like 3/4 of a second there just through that corner on exit, so really paying off. Jay started to even close down on him just a little bit. Could be a case of the AIs are trying to make moves on me in the turn 1 and compromising because of that. I don't know for sure, obviously, so. All right, that's what we needed right there. Good corner there. All right. This should be halfway here, just about. Yep, just past halfway on time. So this will be 8 laps to go, 8 down. Again, that extreme late wide exit there for Tony just bites him all the way down the straightaway. I'm not running that hard. I'm trying not to make a mistake, obviously, at this point. Just kind of hanging out, but I mean, they make up good time. And then just give away chunks of it in turn 1. I mean, like literally 3/4 of a second every single time, so that's a little bit strange. I mean, because yeah, we're 1.2, 1.3 there down that backstretch. Curious how far they come back by turn 1. It's probably a lot, but just in that last corner. I feel like it's difficult for the player to make up a whole lot of time through here. Because we're not perfect, especially me being just total garbage through here. We got through there okay that time, actually. We kind of maintained a little bit. Still a little better exit for the AI. Down to 1 second at start finish. By the time I go in the corner there, they're down 0.7, so half a second they make up, and then give up 3/10 by the exit, and that carries all the way down the straightaway. Interesting how that works out. Definitely lose 3 to 4 tenths even just in that corner exit alone. They start to come back. They start to fight back, definitely. If my pedals were a little better, that would be definitely more of an advantage to what I'm doing, obviously. But we all know my pedals are garbage, and I'm not going to bother getting new ones, so. All right, there we go. Still just trying to kind of hang on here. 6 laps to go. We're going to catch a pair of lap cars here, for sure. Maybe other cars as well, but these two behind are kind of keeping tabs just a little bit better than they did the previous race. Definitely not time to spin out again like we did at Orin multiple times. They're just kind of hanging out back there. I don't think Jay is going to be able to make a pass or anything after the way that start went down. They get a nice run there on him on exit, right up on top of him. We're going to have to deal with this traffic. That might split things up a little bit, either in my favor or in their favor. Favor. Kind of stuck here. Not a good place to go. Back out of that. Look at that line they take. Holy cow. To overdrive everything. Definitely cost us a good amount of time there. Should be able to make it work down the front stretch. Got caught up a little bit there. I thought he was going to spin out. We survived. Back there it looks like. Almost binned it. Just have a big lift there. Lift off oversteer. Let Tony and Jay there. Tony's going to be able to get up past Jeff, I think, on the entry here. Yes, he will. So it's definitely going to kind of split them up for the most part and let Tony be the only one that's able to challenge me. No threat from behind here now. John Hughes up ahead here, 4 laps to go. He's probably going to be the last car we catch. Lisa and Dale Jr. started at the back after their issues in qualifying. Lisa's up to 16th. Junior's up to 14th, so they've had okay recovery drives. Oh, what lane does he want to go to? We really lost time right there. I thought he was going to run out wide like everybody else has. He didn't. Let Tony get all over the back of us here. Does he take a move down the inside? He will. Can he make the pass stick? I think he's going to. All right, so we're going to have to fight back here, folks. That was not ideal, just the way that kind of played out there. And yes, obviously I could have defended that, but that's no fun, right? Just got to find a way to have a nice exit turn 1 here and catch him back down that back stretch. I know we can run better than he can. Big lock up there. Definitely going to cost him exit speed and time. We'll have that same move back here. Big draft down the straightaway. Pop out to the side here. Oh, he overshoots, but I bin it. I really wanted to cut that back and make it go right there. Issues behind, it looks like. Something happened back there with some of these guys. Maybe contact? I don't know what happened, but Tony definitely got away there. I let him go. He made the mistake, and I tried to get aggressive and cut back, and couldn't do it. Luckily, we had a nice gap there. I don't know what happened to Jay, but so we're going to lose more points here. We're going to have something happen to Tony. Luckily, we only lost 1 point right there, and again, this is going to kind of solidify top 2 in points. As Jay had some issues, and we just made another mistake there. A little too deep. Sure, I burned off the tires. trying to hustle. We lost, 10 seconds doing that almost. So definitely had them where we wanted them. We made a nice move and couldn't finish it off. So now we just got not in it again. It was going to be all over us here. All right, we got one more good lap to not totally make a fool of ourselves again. Nobody. Myself. One more lap to go. One more lap here. We'll go around. I feel really silly because we had him in a place that we wanted him to go, and I just overcooked myself like I'm prime rib or something. We'll go back and watch what happened. I know exactly what happened, but I just want to see it with my own eyes for fun. Jay's had serious issues. He's back in 11th place or worse, so he's going to fall out of contention for the points championship. Too bad it wasn't Tony there. That's a real shame that it had to be the guy that's really fast that made it through. Last corner. We made a valiant effort. Oh, this car is destroyed. I don't know what he did. He's going to lose probably 15 points. Okay, well that was unfortunate, but we're still going to come home and finish in second place, so solid event. We still have 3 races left in the season to see what we can kind of do and make up some points, and obviously nobody is immune to having any issues, so let's go back and see what kind of fool I made of myself here. Definitely not -4, whatever it was. So I wanted to do the late. I saw it locked up there, and I got a really good drive off here. And in the toe, I just knew we were going to have the ability to run wherever we wanted. We just had to be braver on the outside, which I chose not to do. So we had a nice little toe here on the shift to 4th gear. Got alongside, and he made the big deep dive, and I knew we wanted to cross over. And on turn-in right there, I'll show my pedal inputs in the bottom left corner. I just got a little bit too greedy on the slide and tried to go in hard and slid right on in there and spun out. So it's unfortunate. Thankfully, we were able to kind of get back in this gap we had here. Still come home with second place. So I can't be that upset about it. It was my own fault, but not really fun. At our point, we had the race pretty much in control. So we'll throw the sponsors back up here. Yeah, yes, runner-up performance, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we ran well. The season standings, of course, we are now 5 points behind Tony with 3 races to go. We have a big 9-point gap back to Greg, who's moved up to 3rd place. The remaining events are at Okayama Short, Tsukuba 1000. Oh, how could I forget that? And then on Lime Rock Park. So I was right about the Lime Rock Park, but we have 2 Japanese rounds coming up before then. So thank you all so much for watching, all the love and support you give me, family. You look good racing against people that don't exist. So I appreciate everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe below, hit the bell notifications, and make sure you don't miss any uploads from this channel as we continue to move up through the ranks here. So thank you all so much, and until next time, bye.